Okay, I swear, I gotta quit watching that clock because first it starts fast, then it goes slow, then it picks back up. But anywho, guys, we are back on the air tonight. It's Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We got a great show for you. Before we even get started, I got to get one little bit of housekeeping out the way. My nephew is missing. I will be putting up a reward very soon for information leading to his return. That is coming out of my own pocket. So get ready for that coming up. But still, we have our special guest down in the green room, and I have been awaiting this one. So let's get her started properly, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, TCT, BNL, that's the sexy motherfucker right here, is proud to bring to you our soon-to-be world-famous No Lag Zone. And tonight, we've got a very, very special guest. Has she sold her soul to a crossroads demon for beard products? What really goes on in the kitchen, and how wild is she? The one, the only Lady Ellie. This is where everybody goes, yay! Now, before we get to your wonderful little butt, we're going to go through the roll call. It's early. It's going to go quick. Chris Rayner, how are you doing, my brother? By the way, fuck Baltimore, and I'm glad to see the update on your kids, guy. I love seeing those when Robin posts them. Oh, my God, that's so wonderful. After everything they've gone through, it's so good to see that maybe they're turning a corner. My favorite Muppet in the world. Dagan, how are you, my brother? Will, how are you, my man? Great. Summer Chef Eric, how are you, broski? All right. Now, Lady L, wait a minute, who popped up? Oh, there he is. The one, the only creator of the Rivers Revenge, Bill Rivers. Travis, I see you sneaking in here, man. That is awesome to see. How's the wife? How's the baby? Any updates? Come on, man. Come on. You've got a bunch of people out here need to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Exactly. E, what's going on, man?
Oh, sorry, Eric. I didn't make it.
I swear to God, if you mention Chris Sale tonight, I'm blocking you permanently. I'm already pissed. I'm really glad we signed him to 5 years, and he's been fucked up the last 4. But still. All right, Lady L. I do this with everybody. It is really rare if somebody in the beard community does not know who you are. But let's get the elevator spiel. Tell the world about you, Lady L.
Well, I was born and raised in New York City, and I was just a little hoodlum because, I was born in that perfect, like the last generation that ran the streets. So my mom gave me my own key and said, have fun.
Nice.
So I spent a lot of my time volunteering, and I had like 6 jobs at once. I was babysitting, volunteering at a senior lunch program, a thrift store, a food pantry, and working Coach nightclub.
Damn. You had a busy childhood, didn't you?
I liked money. I paid for almost all my tattoos except for one.
That is like the most legitimate answer I think I've ever gotten. I like money. I mean, who doesn't,
It's a shame we have to use money to survive, but, as a teenager with unlimited money, at some point, you're just like, yes.
This is not Star Trek. It's not Roddenberry. We're not trading smiles and hugs for food, all right? No. And you see, I think that's a great point. Growing up in New York and having unlimited funds, now I think I really know what the rowdiness level, where it really started. Because you had that bank account, you had that little fat roll going on. And she's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'll be that.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know how many tattoos anymore. These are just my arms.
No. Family friendly. You can stop there.
That's where most of them are.
Yeah, it's somewhat family friendly. I'll go that way, but no. This is not, after dark.
But yeah, one day I called home when I was 19, said I'm coming home. My mom said, why? You don't live here? So I packed a bag and was on the streets for 2 years. Had my first daughter
on the streets.
I was homeless. Yeah.
Oh my God.
She was about a year old when I finally got a place to live, my first apartment.
I gotta say nope, and mm-mm. I like having a better half to curl up next to at night. So yeah, nope, nope, nope. That's all I'm saying. Which is why I love it, when you see those stupid pictures of women in social media going, man, if you found me like this in your bed, what would you do? My answer is always, please get the fuck out. I like having a house with kids. I mean, you wouldn't notice that if you watch my step parent vlogs, but still, I like sleeping indoors where it's warm and cold in the summer with air conditioning. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, I've slept on the sidewalk. You know how cats pile up on top of each other?
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
at least 6 of us with a pizza box next to us because we ravaged that thing, just curled up on the sidewalk.
Greater. And if you could take anything from your time there, what would you want to tell people about it? Because you always hear like the alcoholic, the drug addict, the rebellious kid who's got to go running away. You've got firsthand experience, so what would you say?
Stay home as long as you can. Be smart. Just because you think you're independent, ask yourself the questions. What are you doing that makes you independent? If you can't answer those questions, then you're a dependent and you ain't ready.
That's a very good point. Now, has that time on the street really formulated who you are right now with like your house and your family and everything? You ever keep thinking, I never ever want to be there again?
Mm-hmm. Every day. Every day. Never want to be homeless again.
I mean,
Sleeping on the streets, sleeping on the trains and buses, mostly trains because I knew which ones to take, like the C train, since it was local and it took forever to go through Brooklyn and Bronx and all that.
yeah, you see, I've heard those stories out of New York where it's like they're setting up tents on trains now because they've scraped up enough money to pay the fare for like an 8-hour ride.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't force them off because they paid.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to admit that is a really interesting trick. I now have shelter, I have warmth, or maybe air conditioning in the summer for like $1.50. I mean, I don't know what the fare is, but I'm just throwing out a number.
275 now.
But still, that's like a
That's
couple
nothing.
hours walking around collecting soda cans to recycle. If New York City still has recycling,
As far as I know, it was 5 cents a can or bottle.
yeah.
It adds up. I remember having like 4 bags one time and making out like a king.
She's like, I got Cheetos tonight. Yeah.
No, I had some spiced ham, some spam.
Nice. So, if I may ask, what got you off the streets?
So my grandmother had a friend that lived in Connecticut and she knew about this shelter. So I literally packed everything in a garbage bag. It was at least 5 of us, 6 of us, stuffed into this like Honda Civic. I'm holding the baby because who needs a car seat, right?
Yeah. Crash Test
Safety
Mama,
be
right?
damned. And went to Connecticut to a shelter up there called the Spooner House or Area Congregations Together.
Yeah.
They're purely donation based, and it's all the churches in the Naugatuck Valley that put the money into it to provide a shelter for people.
Now, is this really like Catholic school run kind of shelter where you were in prayer and everything else all day, or was
It
it
was
just
more like a halfway house
okay?
because you had the supervisors that were always there in their glass cage room. You had chores in the morning and night. There was a 6 o'clock, couldn't even step off the curb after the curfew.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they closed the dorms at like 8 o'clock. Breakfast was over by 8:30. And if it was nice weather, your ass better be outside kicking rocks.
Brings back the shamming from the military. Finding a way not to do stuff and hide. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
So I
what?
actually, huh?
Good. 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 Good.
Oh, I was going to say, I actually got a Section 8 voucher from the housing authority while I was in that shelter.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Seriously. And this is why I'm really flattered that she agreed to come on tonight and talk about this stuff because it's a huge part of my show. Everybody is different. We all know her from laughing and goofing around and being a wild child in chats, but it's a little different with her sitting right here, you know? And trust me, I really do appreciate you for doing this.
Oh,
Sorry.
no
So
problem.
you got a Section 8 voucher. Keep going.
Yeah, and the funny part is it was only 10 vouchers that were specific to the shelter for any of the residents there, but only for people with disabilities. They put everybody's name in a hat and had us randomly pick.
Oh,
My name
wow.
wasn't picked. But the next day, the supervisors call me into the office and they're like, "Can we talk to you?" And it's like, "Oh God, what did I do?"
Right? It's never good when someone goes, we got to talk. You know?
They said that apparently somebody had turned down the Section 8 voucher because they had another housing voucher through a program that most of us were in called the Birmingham Group. They had their own like housing help programs. And so they were like, "Do you want the voucher?" I was the first person they asked. And I was like, "Yes, yes." No hesitation.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a month later, I had a place to live.
Well, I mean, it's like I've never hid this. When we moved up here to Skagit Valley, I couldn't even buy my son a quarter gumball from the mall. We had like no cash. We were living with my better half's parents. We had to go through community action to get in where we are right now. And following those rules, if you've never had to experience this before, when you have to lay out your bank account and justify purchases for the last year before you even got in a program,
Yeah.
it's a little different. And it's really hard to keep, well, Chris's mouth shut when it's like, this was before I met her. This was before we were here. Why are you judging my family by something I did before I knew them?
Yeah. Oh, that's about the shelter. It was a 60-20-20 split. If you had any income, 60% had to go in a savings account that they checked the ledger every month and or every time you deposit. And 20% went to the shelter and you got to keep 20%.
Well, I mean, okay, I can kind of see that because it's like they're saving money for you, so when you get out of there, you've got something. You know, you're
Oh
not
yeah.
getting out of there and going back to where you came from, you know?
Mhm. I think more shelters should be available like that, honestly. It'll
I,
help people get on their feet.
I do too. I mean, anything that can not so much a handout, but a hand up, if that makes sense. Because a lot of people, your pride gets in the way of you actually taking the help that you need or seeking the help that you may need. You know,
And
you're like, yeah, you're like, I got this. Can't tell me nothing.
shelters like
Ugh.
that'll help weed out the hobos from the homeless. Because there's a difference between hobo and homeless.
Yes, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
I just
Now
know a
let's keep,
funny thing about the shelter stay real fast. Is my
yeah, yeah.
ex-husband actually had everybody complain about him because he refused to shower.
Oh, come on, seriously. I That's the one thing I am shower. You know, it's like, oh, I can smell myself shower.
Oh, my ex-husband's a piece of that's a whole nother story.
We all have our ex stories, you know. Hey, Voodoo Men's Craft, how you doing? Where was it? I keep telling my children, seriously, when the last one moves out of the house, I am selling everything. I am moving into an RV with a burner phone that they won't have the number on. You won't find me. Bye.
I want to live in a hobbit hole.
New Zealand. I think they still have some set up from the Lord of the Rings shoots.
Yep.
I know that Peter Jackson got Bilbo's Hobbit hole, but I think there are some other ones available.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Bob Ross,
That or a nice cabin in the woods next to a creek.
right? Hey, Bearded Respect, how you doing? All right, so let's get to the most interesting aspect with you to me. All right. Somehow, with the wild and craziness that you have, it doesn't surprise me that you're a chef. It doesn't. It's like that job calls certain people to it. Because when you watch, oh God, like Burnt, like we talked about in, the green room, or recently the Bear on, I think it was on Hulu. You guys know what I'm talking about. And Sober Chef Eric, if you're still out there, that's not a slam on you, brother. You know I love you. What got you into being a chef?
So I was about 4 years old and I was left alone. My grandmother would watch me, but by watching me, that was just pretty much whatever I want. So
I knew he was going to go there. I knew it. I knew it.
um, so I would just go in the kitchen and start whipping things up, going, what happens if I do this with this and mix this up and make it? And I watched Julia Child and her Frenchy friend, Jacques.
Okay. Who has not watched Julia Child? All right. As a child in the 70s, that was like a premiere show when you stayed home from school, other than The Price is Right.
Dude, Bob Barker was the man.
Yeah, and everything with Julia Child was just, add a little wine.
A little for the food, a little for me.
Yeah, I mean, my God. Julia Child's about the only person during the height of Emerald Lagasse's popularity could go into his kitchen as a guest and go, move.
Yeah.
And Emerald's like, you got it. You know?
I remember when Emerald was still like small.
Yeah, bam. Sorry. You guys heard Bob Ross?
Hit it with the spice weasel.
Yeah, you heard Bob Ross. Hit that like button for good karma.
Smack it like its name is Rihanna.
Not even going there. I agree. I mean, seriously, I agree. I like Drew Carey. He's not Bob Barker, but still. So from an early age, you were fascinated with, okay, what happens when I do this? What happens when I do that?
And then I watched everybody cooking while they were doing stuff. Even got to witness my aunt when I set a house fire. They said I was hanging out the window going, I can't breathe.
I think we've all had that mistake. Like the first time I tried toasting hamburger buns in the oven, I set them on fire.
Oh.
So.
And not a blood uncle, but I have an uncle that went to the same graduating class as Bobby Flay. Can't stand him.
I've heard interesting stories about Bobby.
But he taught me a lot of stuff, had me go to, I got to go to a lot of his jobs at the fancy delicatessens. Not the deli, but delicatessen.
Ooh, the delicatessen, the fancy word. Is that like saying Target instead of Target?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you got paid to make sandwiches? You know there's a joke there, right?
Yep.
And don't worry about that. That's fine. I got kids. You're good.
Maya, please.
So you got your break. You see, this is what's killing me. You got your break making sandwiches. Is that what you're saying?
Well, the first food job I did was that senior lunch program where we pretty much took their money, prepped and set up, cooked the food, served, and then cleaned up. It was like a pop-up restaurant for seniors. Right. But after that, it was Wendy's.
Oh, dear God.
Wendy's, Arby's, Good Times. So I did get paid to make sandwiches.
Casey, I'm wearing part of your Harley series tonight, dude. You guys did incredible on that. Full review should be next week. You guys did very, very well with that series. All right. Fast food, I can't really say it's like being a chef. You're just like a get it in, get it out kind of thing, you know? And it's
no like a hit it and quit it.
Yeah, thank you. It's not any disrespect to anybody who's currently doing that, because I think being in the food service industry, you guys deserve a lot of respect, especially fast food, because I bet you get so many fucking complaints.
Oh, I had this one Russian dude go like this straight to my face. He was like, fuck you. And I'm just like, thank you, sir. Have a good day.
We love having you here. Thank you.
It's like, I promise I won't spit in your food.
Yeah, right. Oh my god, that always has me worried. Like when you go in there and you order, and I'm like, who the fuck is back there? And you're trying to see everyone. It's like, who hates me? Who do I know? Who don't I like? Oh, I know him. I'm out. You know?
See, I know I provided a little extra protein, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, because I like sliced a piece of my nail off.
Oh.
It was a nice knife. It works great.
Right, so what got you into like a mainstream kitchen? How'd you get that break in there?
So I got tired of food service, and after Arby's, I went to the gas station, and I was a clerk for 4.5 years. Got tired of that because fuck people.
What a time for you to come in. She goes, fuck people, and look who pops up.
Yeah. But yeah, so I went back into food service. There was a Village Inn opening,
Okay.
like brand new opening, just built and everything because they redid the mall, which is actually a giant food court. It's like an outlet food court.
Yeah.
So I got hired like the next day after applying. And then from there, I worked my way up from just line cook to kitchen supervisor. Went on maternity leave because I ended up getting a surprise. And yeah, you're not expecting 15 years after you have your first one to have another one.
Okay, I get that. I can get that.
But I was on maternity leave and they closed.
Oh, damn.
So then I found the job I'm at now, hiring a sous chef. And he was like, why should I give you a chance? And I'm just, I'm like, I'm a sponge. I'm willing to learn. I'll do whatever. I got the fire. And he's like, I'll give you a chance. And now I'm the co-head chef.
Okay, so let's, like we were talking about in the green room, there's something that I've seen in two cooking things. Two of them. Everybody calls each other chef, yes or no?
Sometimes people say chef. We say sir a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, like when you watch Burnt, when Bradley Cooper talks, everybody's like, yes, chef.
Yep, we chef.
Okay, and then when I was watching The Bear, everybody in that freaking little kitchen is addressing each other as chef. They're like, chefs, can we get in here and get the pregame thing going together? Yes, chef. Yes, chef. Yes, chef. I'm like, I thought there was only one. Everybody else basically works for him,
Yeah, pretty much the only ones called chef are like Sue and head. Everybody else is like fuckface.
Take care, E. Thank you for stopping in, my brother. Oh, no, I know there's a lot of swearing, and I know there's a lot of alcohol use and a lot of drug use in kitchens.
There's stories of when they used to keep a bowl of cocaine on the line.
Somehow I wouldn't doubt that. I really wouldn't doubt that,
Smoking cigarettes on the line.
Because when
you just see a bunch of vapes on the line.
Yeah, but I mean, like when you watch some of these things, like I'll use Gordon Ramsay as an example. I know he used to play football, English soccer, whatever. And I get he's hyper, and I get with his Michelin star rating, he wants everything perfect. But it's like, could you really keep up with him for an 8-hour shift or a 12-hour shift, whatever it is? You've got to be on something to keep on that same level with him,
Yeah. A lot of caffeine. I will have a Red Bull with my cup of coffee and an espresso shot, that in the cup of coffee is a latte that has at least 4 shots of espresso in it.
At least like, get it in the vein, damn it.
I told them I'm waiting for the IV infusion.
And
I love my coffee so much. I learned how to use the machines up front on the server station, and I make the coffee first thing in the morning. It's part of my opening routine.
Oh, damn. Next stop for Ellie, Starbucks. But still. And the other thing that I saw as a connection with Burnt and the Bear, family meals. I keep seeing that in these shows, and like in Burnt, family meal, the whole kitchen gets together, sits down, has a meal.
It's not as common as it should be, but it is a thing. At my kitchen, we do a family meal and we'll make something off menu. We'll bring our own food in, or we're a very scrappy kitchen because we cook from scratch. So
Okay,
we save, like when we cut our steaks, when we're butchering them or we're butchering the chicken, we'll save all the scraps and use it to make stocks and soups, stews, curries, whatever we want to make, nagala.
nice. I just got done with it the other day, Gary. That's why I was really happy with Elle coming on, so I could connect some things and try to figure out. Dagan will be fine. Okay, he'll be fine.
Coffee.
Fuck that Bustelo shit. Over on Jay Cruz's crap. No Bustelo.
No, it's a Bustelo cup. It's chock full of nuts inside of it.
I'm just saying, Black Red Full are Alley Cat grinds. Even though someone closed the door, not mentioning names.
I'm hoarding my Alley Cat grinds, using them sparingly.
You and me both. Seriously. But still. Let's talk about your training. Because, like, how does that translate to where you're at? You know, you go from Wendy's making, triple whatevers to now you're doing something a lot fancier. Did someone actually have to train you on there, like yelling at you, throwing frying pans at you, and calling you a donkey? Using Gordon Ramsay's words?
I was called a baby rhino.
What the fuck?
Yep.
God forbid if Andrew Carlisle pops up. He's got a fascination with rhinos. We're going to have to keep you two separated.
But yeah, I was called a baby rhino by one of my head chefs.
Don't you tease me, G. Don't you fucking tease me. He said never say never.
I'll tell you it never.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
A stereotypical cook thing that I have never done is be arrested or go to jail.
Yeah.
I have never been caught.
There you go. An indictment does not mean a conviction. There we go. What about plate throwing and, pan throwing?
I've seen, like, there was one dude who literally threw a number 6 scoop. So, one of those like ice cream looking things.
Okay.
Threw it across the kitchen and missed a server by this much. That was pregnant.
Okay.
We would throw poached eggs at the dishwasher.
Why?
Because they explode like little egg grenades, and there's egg shrapnel everywhere.
Is it like a rite of passage in your kitchen? Egg shrapnel? I mean,
oh, there's a lot of things. There's always stupid stuff too, like, go change the air in the walk-in.
Okay, military's got certain things like go find me a box of grid squares.
Yeah. Yep, little stupid stuff like that.
Go change the blinker fluid.
Yeah, and go change the blinker fluid.
I'm a courier and a bus driver. We use that one a lot.
Now she talks. The whole time I've been doing this, she's like, I don't want to get anywhere near a screen. Now she's all, really?
No, I just got the funny part.
Guys, we have history in the making tonight. Seriously, three years of doing this, 3 years of going live, first time ever. All right,
I bring people out of their shell.
Yeah, before I get myself stabbed by one of my own knives. Have you ever made your own menu in the kitchen?
I get to come up with those. I haven't made my own menu though.
Not yet. Do you feel that coming? Isn't that like a rite of passage when you get to write out that menu?
When I have my own, that'll probably be when, but I'm working somebody else's dream right now.
So you do have visions of opening your own restaurant. Nice.
Yeah. Kind of with a attached bakery to it.
I could see that. I could see that because I keep
And
hearing about all these wonderful cookies you make, but still.
if I get tired of if I really get tired of food service, I'm just going for a bodega.
Going old school.
Uh-huh. Because there's no bodegas out here. It's just convenience stores. You know, Valero, 7-Eleven, Conoco.
I'm no greeter. Greeter. She comes and goes every so often. She's just never spoke. Never ever wants to be on camera. Ever. Tonight's history. Tonight's history. No, and I think that's cool because, granted, the burnout rate for chefs has got to be astronomical. You know.
Oh yeah, when they ask me what I'm gonna do for my vacation, I tell psychiatric trip.
Say that again. You kind of stalled.
Oh, sorry. When they ask me what I'm gonna do on my vacation next month, I tell them I'm gonna go into the psychiatric ward.
I can see that.
Go to the quiet room, a nice self-hug jacket.
Self-hug. I'm okay. I'm okay. That plate was perfect. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh, there's a few times where we're just like, the servers will come up to me like, everything was perfect, but it's like,
yeah.
That's like,
right. It's like, okay. You just kicked me in my lady parts. Thank you. Now, I know I've seen things in TV shows and movies where the chefs go out and go ballistic on a table. Has that ever happened in your restaurant?
And what, blow a what?
Like when they go out and blow up on a table, it's like, I didn't like this. This was undercooked. This was overcooked.
No, we haven't blown up on anybody, but we heard that the expos are scared of us.
Like the Montreal Expos?
No, the food expos.
Oh, okay. And you see, this is why I love having different chefs on, because like I said, she's my third. You get a great perspective of that. And yeah, because I think Gordon Ramsay said it amazingly. And I didn't know this until recently when I saw an interview. Gordon Ramsay trained Bradley Cooper for the movie Burnt.
Nice.
So I can see, after going back and watching it again on YouTube, some of Gordon in Bradley Cooper's character. You see the correlation with the two. Gordon was like, if that had been real life, that chef would have walked out back, put a pistol in his mouth, and pulled the trigger the moment he lost the Michelin star. So I can see just everything for you guys, trying to create perfection on a plate.
Well, you have to be at least somewhat of a sadist to service.
I hear that a lot from people. Is he causing you emotional damage? Sorry, G, I've been waiting for that one for a while. Right there, Shaky. Right there. Go pay child support
How
for
you
your
doing, Shaky?
son.
Hope you're doing well mentally.
Yeah, right? Shaky, we know we love you. Yeah. You know we love you, brother. If you ever need to talk, just hit me up, man. I'm always there for you. You've been there for me when I needed an event. I really do appreciate your friendship a lot. What do you do to blow off stress in the kitchen? This is a big part because we're switching to like a little bit more mental health now, seeing it right at that halfway point. How does Ellie cope with stress?
My medication helps.
We're not talking 420, okay? Don't hold that vape
No,
pen.
I take a Abilify and it just keeps me mellow enough that when I start getting too stressed in the kitchen, you might hear a few words like "mother fudger," son of a fuck you and your chicken waffles. Yeah.
I'm gonna remember that next time I'm near your kitchen. I'm like, who the fuck ordered what? Oh shit, my plate.
Yeah, I actually managed to maintain my cool pretty much and swallow it all.
There's a joke there, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, nobody
Because I like you.
nobody wants somebody who spits. I said it so you didn't.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So how do you channel all that stuff when you're coming home from your job? Because I know I've talked to some guys in law enforcement and the military, and one of the things I've heard most commonly is there's music on the ride home where they turn it up and zone out, or you sit in your car and you rage scream. I've heard from people an awful lot. And then they're like, I'm good. And they walk inside.
Music. Definitely music. I listen to a lot of different music. Mostly EDM lately, but I listen from Mongolian throat singing to Celine Dion to Busta Rhymes to John Denver.
Oh, dear God. Rocky Mountain this. All right. I grew up in the 70s. He's got you wanting to make, eat granola and walk trails. No.
That and you cry in the walk-in or freezer if you have, preferably, because then it freezes the water as it's coming down, so you kind of cry in place and nobody can see you.
Walking out of the freezer. Flick. I'm good.
That's why some of your food tastes so a little extra salty sometimes. It's probably somebody
extra.
crying.
And Diablo wants to know, who's your favorite EDM artist?
Deadmau5. I actually want a Deadmau5 tattoo.
Don't say where. I'm a little scared to know. Just don't say where.
My ankle.
I could just see that little mouse in her head going, how badly do I want to screw with him right now?
I actually have a mouse tattoo. It's the first one I got. It's 23 years old now.
Nice. But we do have to ask you the one burning question the whole beard community wants to fucking know. What crossroads did you sell your soul at to keep winning as much as you have?
I don't know. I think maybe it has to do with a couple of times that I should have died and I'm still alive.
Because I got to admit, you and Chef, and I don't remember Emo's glory days because I wasn't watching certain live feeds, but he went on a hell of a run too. You and Chef, every time there's a giveaway and one of you are in the chat, I'm like, I wish I was a mod so I could block them. Give someone else a chance.
Oh, I know they're going crazy with the trivia questions on Ferocious stream. They're like, Ellie's a cheater.
Yeah, if Camo Cam's in there, ain't no one winning trivia. Nope.
I'm just a nerd with no life. I really don't do anything.
Johnny Grooms. Yeah, but okay. I'm a nerd with no life. I started a second channel to embrace the geekdom. All right. It wasn't working out too well on this one. I have no life. And I think maybe I've won 3 times the whole time I've been around the beard community. I think you win 3 times a night. There's 3 giveaways, and Ellie's like, I'll take that, that, and that. Yes, I'm jealous. For all you idiots out there who are wondering, I wish I had half her luck.
Just call me Domino.
her luck changes on. But you got to admit, that was some of the funniest parts in Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. I really hope they come out with a third, like I keep hearing. But
oh, I want a third one so bad. I'm actually going to get a huge Deadpool tattoo on my calf.
You got to give Ryan Reynolds credit. He drove off the lot wearing the Deadpool suit and refused to return it. He's got it.
It's his. He is Deadpool. The funny thing is he's never heard of Deadpool until he worked on Blade Trinity. When the people behind the scenes were watching him portray the character in Blade Trinity, they introduced him to Deadpool because they were like, this is you. And then from then on, after he discovered Deadpool, he tried to advocate to get a movie for it. And that's the only reason he agreed to that Wolverine Origins that had the stupid fucking Deadpool in it. The only reason he agreed to that was because he had to do that
God.
he agreed to do that in order to get Deadpool its own movie.
Yeah, but I mean, I love the fact he was able to get into the first Deadpool picking on Green Lantern when he's about to go inside that little airtight area, and he's like, "Don't put me in a green suit. Don't do that." Holy fuck,
He had to break the fourth wall at least once.
And I will admit, I liked the Green Lantern movie. I saw it as a setup movie, but it just didn't live up to anything, I mean, come on, fourth
It's like
wall.
Chris Evans, Johnny Flame.
Oh, horrible. Just absolutely horrible. Those first couple Fantastic Four movies, nope. And they've got another one on the way. I don't care how good an actor John Krasinski is.
No, one remake that's got me on edge is The Lost Boys.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah, they're going to remake The Lost Boys.
You can't. That's one of those. No.
Yep, I'm sorry to break your heart telling you that.
It's okay. I'd have found out about it sooner or later and been the same way going, no! I mean, they even had the stupid muscle-bound saxophone player in that movie. You got a vampire movie, and who comes up with, dude, we need Vinny P playing a saxophone?
Yep.
I mean, come on.
The song is called I Still Believe.
I remember. Exactly, Johnny. What?
Yeah.
I still owed you for that damn cat game. Still popping up on my YouTube feeds because I watched you. I'll get revenge. You cannot remake that movie. You just can't. Like you cannot remake the Goonies. You can't.
Yeah, the Goonies sequel was supposed to be like a continuation, but they're all grown up and it's their kids now.
No. Just no. I mean, all right, I'm just going to lay it out on the table. All the Spider-Man movies, I really enjoyed the fact that in the last one, they got all the Peter Parkers together and all the alternate universes, and they made fun of themselves. That was great. But when you take, like, the Lost Boys, you can't remake that. You just, all right, I'm dumb right now, Diablo. BTTF. I'm really dumb. Expand on that for me. But I mean, there's just things like, I'm glad the Arrowverse is finally ending next year. It was great when it lasted.
Yeah, but the Flash was getting like drawn out.
You think? At least Arrow was smart enough to know we're dumb. We're done. Let's move on.
Back to the Future?
Oh,
what?
Johnny, I'm old. Didn't have a nap today. I didn't have my ginkgo. Leave me alone. Like Batgirl, I had a problem with them switching. How do you go from Ruby Rose to, I can't remember her name, but okay, you got a couple more seasons out of the deal. No offense, Legends of Tomorrow, I think after the third season, it jumped the shark. It just didn't hold that same flavor, and when they canceled it, I was like, oh dear God, thank you.
And then there was Stargirl.
That.
Not with a 10-foot pole?
I've got both seasons. I've downloaded them, and I'm like, how much do I want to drink today to make this show make sense?
That's fair.
I know what they tried to do. It was a great try. If anything, Stargirl gave us an awesome Solomon Grundy. Period. I think that's the best Grundy any cartoon, any movie, any Warner Brothers show ever did, period, was in Stargirl. Flat out.
It was pretty badass.
Oh, now I'm only 1,600 years? Thanks, Grader. Your beard's grayer than mine. I'll get to you in a moment, bro. Love you. But I mean, there's silly things like I geek out to, I saw the trailer for the Bad Batch 2. I can't wait for that to come back.
Oh, all right. So my kitchen, we're a bunch of fucking nerds also. And that's what my other head chef and I keep talking about is Bad Batch and Star Wars.
Dude,
We watch Lord of the Rings while we work.
Thank you. I've watched all of them in the movie theater. I watched the extended versions of all of them. And then I watched all the commentary, like the cast, the crew, the writers, the directors, all the things I could watch. I watched them all.
Nice.
Just because every single one gave me something different, you know? And it's one of those that when you're into it, you love it. But there's little things like it's really hard to explain to my better half at that time during the Clone Wars series, and it's coming back, and you see Rex. And I'm like, he lived! He's fat, but he lived! You know, it's like, it's fucking Rex! You don't get it! Fucking Rex! And then the Bad Batch, come on. Great friggin' show.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, gotta be quiet. What up, Juan Carlos Ramirez Villalobos Sanchez Cardinal?
It's primo.
But I mean,
I bet because my maiden name is Cruz.
Wow, too much personal. Juan Carlos, you got something you got to tell us, bro? She family? You've been hiding all this? She's from your neck of the woods, bro, up there. That's all I'm saying. Primo? Oh, we better be quiet. This may be on my motivation way soon. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Oh, my God.
Next time they do that, you just got to like do a nipple rub for them.
That's going to be Dan's job.
Or like Quark. Do you remember that episode with Quark dressed up as a woman where it's like, I'm waiting for you?
Now, Star Trek Deep Space Nine did give me the greatest thing ever to pick on my stepmother, where Quark's cousin brother, whatever it was crying. He's like, I want my Moogie. I gotta have my Moogie. My stepmom looks at me and goes, don't even think about it. Don't do it. I'm like, I'm drunk enough. What the hell? You know, I want my Moogie.
Nice.
But it's funny how all that can embrace everything and you can find such common bonding experience over it, you know? It's like, I mean, fuck. You can kind of see. I've still got, which way? Still got figures up everywhere, you know? And it's stuff that I can share with my kids and carry that on to the next generation, which I think is incredibly, you know, amazing. Having like all the DVDs for Star Wars that I can find and the Clone Wars and everything else to be able to pass that on, you know, or sitting down and watching the live, you know, like Obi-Wan that was just out, or dear God, The Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2, or the Book of Boba Fett.
The Book of Boba Fett is actually the Bobalorian.
Okay, agreed. And I'm a little bit curious what's going to happen in The Mandalorian season 3 when Pablo Pascal is out and Carl. I can't remember him.
I can't remember the name.
But you know who I'm talking about. Played Aermar in Lord of the Rings, Judge Dredd. He's the new...
Carl Urban?
Yeah, he's the new Mandalorian, from what I've read.
Carl Urban. That makes me happy.
I'm curious how that's going to happen and make that switch, you know?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm also the guy who got yelled at by a school because when my kids were during the COOF, when they're being homeschooled, or excuse me, remote learning, they were having a test on the Mandalorian. And the teacher kept going, Baby Yoda. I'm like, it's not Baby Yoda, you fucking bitch. It's goddamn Grogu. And then I went, oh, shit, live camera. Damn. I'm like, I'm going to sit down and wait for this phone call from child services.
Even my nose, it's Grogu.
And I wish this wasn't true. She asked the next question. She went, so when Baby Yoda, I mean Grogu. I'm like, it's getting called. It's getting called.
Oh, good times. See, I was that parent that would drop off my kid at school and then go straight to the liquor store.
I'm the kind of parent who wants to set up a lawn chair with a little table and a vodka bottle right there as my kids are getting on the bus and go, your problem now.
Heck, at my daughter's 7th birthday party, the kids had their fun, and us parents, we were having Patron and.
Oh, no, I get it. I get it. If none of you have ever had a house full of children yelling and screaming at the top of their lungs for over an hour, I get it. That's why, like, during the school day with them all being gone, Chris is scared. Chris is looking around the house because it's too fucking quiet.
Oh, whenever what's scary is when it's quiet and they're home.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh.
That's always dangerous. It's like, what are they up to?
Oh, my God. All right, we're approaching the hour mark, and I always throw this out around this time frame, okay? I with the Rona, the trolls, and everything else, I love calling Tuesdays like Take It Back Tuesday because it's really, really easy to go out and say something negative about somebody. Like, I see Juan Carlos is down in the chat. I'm going to pick on him for a second. He doesn't like Bustelo. He's a Black Rifle Coffee guy. We all know the truth. See, it's something that simple. And I guarantee you, if you got some moron who's sitting out there, in the chat, they're grabbing screen captures, and tomorrow it's going to be up on someone's web page going, Cruz hates Bustelo. It's too easy to do something like that. It's really, really hard to sit and go, hey, Ellie, I have seriously appreciated the time that you've given me tonight. It has been incredible. Being nice, helping somebody, and helping be there for that person who's down. I've sent messages to people. It freaks them out on the weekend on Instagram. Dude, nothing's wrong. Just want to let you know you're doing awesome. Kill it, man. Have a great day. Some people are like, are you okay? It's like, it's a simple message to help brighten up somebody's day. So I always throw this out there. Call 3 people. 3 people you usually don't talk to. I'm not talking about guys you're going to the bar with or people you're working with. Call 3 people that you haven't talked to in a while. And listen to what they have to say. Because you never know how you're going to change somebody's day. And I always do this, Lady Ellie. Flip it over and go, what do you want to add?
Well, hope that when you do reach out to them that you don't find out, like I did for a few friends, that they died in that time you haven't contacted them. I've had too many friends that I've lost to suicide. So everybody's got to just make sure they take care of their mental health and check in on your happiest friends, especially.
Yeah, seriously.
The more they portray I'm fine and they're happy, the more happiness they try to others is more pain that they're in that they don't want others to feel.
Yeah, seriously. I can't even believe it's been an hour true north. Conversation has flowed with her. There hasn't been any problems, hasn't been any issues. We've got a little bit more insight into her, other than she's the crazy woman who steals all your beer products and giveaways.
I can't help I'm lucky. When I was a teenager, I won at least 4 concerts, and I won going on a street team for Twisted.
I'm going to find where you sold your soul. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to pull a Constantine and get that little token. I'll have it sooner or later.
I think I was about 13 when it happened.
See, there we go. And you know what, Greeter? I just want to follow up with this. Lately, some of my best friends I have never met in person. I have met in situations like this. One of the greatest friends I've met in the beard community, I met him because I made fun of him. And he picked back. Now Jersey Joe's family. We talk almost every day, and not about beard stuff. Everything from, dude, I'm stuck in this video game. What the fuck? If I'm further ahead on a game, I'll pick on him. If he's further ahead, he'll call me and go, hey, loser, have you done this? It's all good. Some of your best friends can be online.
Oh, yeah. I actually met Mike online. He's from Colorado.
I swipe right, swipe right, swipe right.
No, we met on like, it was either realjuggalos.com or Audio Galaxy.
Oh my God. Why doesn't that surprise me? Realjuggalos.com. I really wish I could say I'm shocked, but I'm not.
Yes, I had Hatchet Men tattoos and everything.
That's a whole nother show we're going to get into, and I'm going to have you back. But I always throw this out there. Do you have anything coming up this week that maybe you want to let anybody know about other than I saw a giveaway, I'll be in that live feed winning?
No, they'll just see me in chats because these actually make my night, you know. These make my whole day. Everything just doesn't even matter anymore because I can hang out with all you guys.
Well, I love having you in my lives. You're always one of the first ones to throw up a message. We love having you over on the commission. You know, you're just an all-around great person. I'm very happy. You said, sure, I'll come on and share my story. Now, granted, we haven't touched on all the wilder parts because we only got an hour, but we laid a baseline for a future episode with Ellie After Dark.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of stories I have. The darkest ones are before I was 12.
Next episode, I promise you. But guys, my video for tomorrow is already uploaded, venturing back into the men's grooming community with something that seriously surprised me out of a big box store. Normally, you just get it. You're like, this is something y'all might want to look at. But on that wonderful note, I want to thank all you guys for joining Lady Ellie and I tonight. She got her name Lady Ellie over on the commission. It's always kind of stuck. I've always kind of ran with it and had fun with it. You can thank Jersey Joe for that one. He was calling you Lady Ellie of the Lake, but I'm like, that just sounds so stupid. Lady Ellie, perfect. In True North, we're going to try. Seriously, we're going to get her back. We just got to make sure schedules line up and everything. And yeah. And Greeter, if you ever want to share it, man, reach out to me on Instagram. Let's talk. Seriously, you've seen the show. You know what I do. You know how it goes.
It'd be awesome to see Greeter.
Go. Yeah. I've known him a while. Just from chats. I've known him a while. Oh, see. Andrew, stay away from Lady L. She had a nickname of Little Rhino. Stay away. I warned her about you earlier. And tell mom and dad I said hi, bro. Alrighty, guys, we're going to kind of shut it down right there. I'm going to roll the little outro. I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight. It really made this flow a lot better, really made it have a lot of fun. And I want you guys to think about this. We spent an hour in here. No drama, no bullshit, just enjoyment, laughter, camaraderie. Move it forward. Everybody's got that wonderful little magic within them. You can choose to be happy or you can choose to be angry. And in some cases, you need to get medicated, but I'm not pointing fingers at all. At all. When she looks up, she'll get it. There we go. But still, guys, thanks so much for watching. We will see all of you. Wait a minute. Let me get over here. Work, computer. There we go. In our very next episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching what just happened on the show. I'm kind of pre-recording this one, so I'm not exactly sure what happened tonight, but I'm sure it was really fun, or it was a massive train wreck. I'm grateful for the time that you gave me tonight, and I hope you took something away from this. I hope we had an amazing guest that taught you something or made you laugh, or I don't know, I hope I didn't really step on myself too badly. And you guys are going to come back next week at the same bat time, same bat channel, for the No Lag Zone. Guys,